trick-or-treating and attending spooky parties are events that people love doing during Halloween. Last but not least, the most anticipating activity that people wait eagerly for are the new release horror movies in conjunction with Halloween. So Halloween of 2016 is just around the corner, and I would like to recommend producing a film based on Hantu, a story by J.C. Martin. So let's start. So what exactly is Hantu? Hantu is basically a generic name of for a ghost and Malay folktale and myth. While many Malaysians believe that Hantu exists in the tropical rainforest in Malaysia. In my opinion, the title of the story represents a lot of hidden meaning that Malaysians will understand more than the other foreigners. And the story will catch people's attention as it will make some people interested to find out more about this culture. So let me talk about the author. Her name is J.C. Martin. She was born on 23rd of November in Ipoh, Kuala Lumpur, basically Malaysia. Currently living with her family and still writing stories, genre of thriller, mystery, horror, and short stories. She was influenced by Boris Starling and Stephen King and won various prizes for her short stories. Hantu was one of her stories that was published in 2011. So basically the plot, setting, and the moral and character. The plot is basically when a city man and a Malay guide went going into the tropical rainforest of Malaysia, and then he did not obey some warnings given by the Malay guide, and sooner gotten in big trouble where the ghost wanted revenge and slowly claiming his soul. So the setting, as I mentioned, is the tropical rainforest, and the moral is to respect and listen to elders. Don't be stubborn and arrogant. So I recommend this story made as a film because it follows the Freytag pyramid, and the Freytag pyramid proves that the story has basic elements of being an interesting and fluent story. So the figurative languages, basically they use imaginary for the whole story. So because they included some traditional things for Malaysian that Malaysia only understand. So to make it as a film, we can include these traditional stuff to make the story the film more interesting. Onomatopoeia. Each story has different onomatopoeia, but it expresses the characters, emotions, and feelings, and the environment. Alliteration is basically making the story more funnier and fluent, and simile is really common. So the main part, social and historical background. So basically they use Malaysian culture, as I mentioned. It's the traditional food, traditional games, and the main city and tropical rainforest that is commonly found in Malaysia, and some phrases and dialogues based on the Muslim religion. Historical background is basically Hantu is the belief of that is brought down from generations, and the belief. Yeah. So next. So let's compare this with Hamlet. Hamlet is one of Shakespeare's story that is that is already produced as a movie, but Hantu is not. I think Hantu is better. Hantu is better because better to be made as a film because you can include jump scares where Hamlet cannot include jump scares because Hamlet is from 16th century where the popular of revenging is by poisoning and killing, and 21st century Hantu is from the 21st century where the revenge from the ghost is slowly taking their soul. So why is the ghost believable? So the ghost is realistic, interesting, and the ghost can use the forest, the bushes, and the trees to make sound and like make the audience excited in the film, and like slowly collecting the smell. So it's like interesting. The setting is engaging to readers, yes, especially at night. In the forest, because like it will be foggy and you can't see it clearly. It will be spooky and creepy. And when you include insect sounds, it will be more like natural and more, how to say, realistic. So my conclusion that is, I highly recommend to make this story as a film because first, the story was based on the Freytag model and contained the basic element of a ghost story. It will be easy to understand. Second, the author has a unique background that can attract more people by her recognition. Third, the setting is simple, common, and spooky enough. Fourth, the budget won't be high because there are few characters and we don't have to rent the setting. Finally, people will be interested because the setting is in a unique country and barely made as a film. And yeah. So lastly, the audience can recognize the Malaysia's culture and beliefs. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.